Hey there, GSN followers. It's raining out, so I had plans to make another copper pipe antenna today, but Mother Nature had other plans. So what I want to do is explain something that sounds very simple, but if you've ever gone camping, whether it's in your vehicle or you're just in a cabin or just really cold, and I'm just also a nurse, so some of my patients get really cold and they use electric blankets. Everyone uses them wrong. So I don't know if people just don't know this or they all just do it wrong to spite me. Either way, I just wanted to just make a video because it makes such a huge difference in its effectiveness of using an electric blanket. So a few things. First, if you are indoors, say you have a 12 like a 110 volt electric blanket, what it draws doesn't matter. So like essentially it's not a big deal, versus say one of these guys, one of these 12 volt, and they draw way less, but like I said, it's not a consideration. But if you are camping or if you have a power bank with you and you're in your vehicle and you have very limited, like you don't want to run your engine all night, so very limited battery. So I would always recommend using one of these. If you have an inverter, don't use it. Use the 12 volt. They draw way less energy. These are like 53 watts. And the 110 volt, because they have the power, there's a power loss when converting DC to AC, and they will draw 2 to 3 times more wattage. So if you're using something like this, like Bluetti solar battery charger, you're going to just use all this energy for no reason. So for the same amount of heat that comes out. So way better to use one of these, put them in the old cigarette lighter, and like I said, it'll last way longer with the 12 volt ones. So totally recommend it if you're remote camping. Saved me many a cold night. Now, how to use these? I'm surprised. Everyone I've seen uses them incorrectly. So this is not science. It's just, it is what it is. Heat rises. So don't put the electric blanket on top of you. It'll just radiate 50% of the heat out into the atmosphere and the other half will come towards you. Put the electric blanket underneath you, okay? And then you can just, you don't even have to use a heavy blanket. So this is, just an example. Electric blanket, your body, another blanket on top. So even the heat underneath the blanket, the 50% that goes underneath, it eventually has to come back up, but it warms you. It all radiates up eventually through your body. So it just makes this little microclimate, this blanket. You could put a sheet over top of you and it just traps this heat and it keeps you in this little sauna. If you are desperate, if you're in super, super cold weather, it's a little different. I would still put it under you, but you know how sleeping bags can like fold like this and this and then zipper them up? I would put it, it's going to be like sub-zero temperatures. You'd have to do something like this. So you'd lay in the blanket and the sleeping bag, then put this over you, and then put the other half over you. I would not zip it up. It would be obnoxiously hot. That would just be probably just to get you up out of from hypothermia. But otherwise, it would just trap so much heat, you'd lose your mind, and it would cook you alive. But like honestly, typically, just these little 12 volt plugs will heat this bad boy up underneath you so much, and this will just trap it. I promise you, it's rare that you'd need anything more than just like a sleeping bag or any type of regular blanket over top of you with that heating you up. And the 12 volt will keep you running hours and hours and hours and hours with something like this. So I had to say it. I had to come out and make a video about it because everyone I see uses it improperly. And I just want to let you know that these are way, way more energy efficient if you're really pinching for power. Anyway, that's it for now. GSN followers, on to the next one. Hopefully the weather breaks, because I have 2 antenna videos. One, I'm making a thinner copper pipe antenna. I had a buddy come over and help me do some soldering. It's hideous, horrible job, but It's my first time using solder. And then my second one after that, so it'd be my third copper pipe antenna. I'm going to make a capacitance hat. So I don't want to ruin the other two. It's going to be much shorter because apparently capacitance hats can decrease the overall length of an antenna. Anyway, I'm learning all about it now, and I'm definitely going to need your help with some ideas when it comes to that, because I'm going to put a video out, and it's going to be rudimentary, and you guys are going to tell me I have a lot of work to do, and then I'll make another video, and hopefully it'll be better like every time. Anyway, thanks GSN. On to the next one.